Welcome to the screencast where we'll take a look at how to export a class list from the Gradebook, do some minor editing in Excel, and upload that student class list to Carnegie. Here I am in my Gradebook. I'm going to be explaining things a little quickly, so if I go too fast, please rewind the video. Also, please make the video full screen so that you can see all the different things that I'll be clicking on and pointing out. In the Gradebook, make sure you're selected on the term up here in the drop-down window. I'm currently on this third hour class. I want to export this list of students as a spreadsheet. To do that, I go over to the Reports tab here at the top. One of the reports here is the student roster. If you double click on it, you can see the choices for that report. Working down on this Criteria tab, output type should be a CSV file, that is a spreadsheet. Section should be the selected class. Students should be all enrolled. Student info should be student name, and please also check student number. Sort. Please sort by student last name. Here in the report preview box, make sure student name is listed first and student number is listed second. If that is out of order, you can drag and move these around. This is how they'll appear in the spreadsheet. Click Run Report down on the bottom right. You'll get a choice to open or save. Please save to your desktop. Give this a name. Call this whatever the class is, whatever the hour is. So this is Math 8 Hour 3 because you'll be doing a spreadsheet for each class. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. I'm going to minimize this because I'm done with the Gradebook for now. Here is the, wrong file. Here is the real one. The file with the students' names and ID numbers. I'm going to increase my view here so you can see what I'm doing. So here are the student names. Here are the student ID numbers. And there's also some data here at the top. To edit this in Excel, the first thing we have to do is get rid of anything that is not student data. We're going to delete these top two rows. To delete a row, click on one and drag down to two so that the entire row highlights. You'll see it's selected blue. Do a right click on either one of those rows and you get a choice to delete. That will get rid of those rows and pull everything else to the top. For this spreadsheet, we need to have last name in one column, first name in one column, and the ID number in one column. So right now, the first column is listed as last name, comma, first name. We're going to need to split that up. Before we do that, we need to move the ID numbers out of the way. So click on the letter B up at the top of this column, just a single click. And if you right click on that, you can choose to insert, and that will bump everything over. If you're using a Mac, a right click is a control click where you hold control down on the keyboard. So I've moved that out of the way. Now click on the header for column A so that everything is selected. Go up to the data choice or data drop down. If you're using a Windows machine, this is also listed somewhere up in your toolbars. And find the choice for text to columns. Text to columns is going to take whatever columns or data you've selected and split it up. So this little wizard walks you through that. The first choice you should mark is make sure delimited is chosen. You can click Next. For the delimiters, please only make sure that comma is checked. Uncheck anything else. Click Next. This is just saying that this is going to start putting the data in cell A1, which is fine, so we really don't have to alter anything here, so just click Finish. That is taking everything that was grouped together and splitting it now into two columns. So we have last name, first name, ID number. Column D has to be the students' usernames. To make that happen, we're going to use a formula. So click on cell D1, so it's selected. Start typing equals CON, as if you were spelling the word concatenate. That is a formula that will combine text. When you start typing it, this little menu gives you other formula choices. So look for concatenate and choose that. In the parentheses, it tells you here in the little yellow help window right under that, it tells you what should go in these parentheses. So the first thing is the first text, which would be the first name. So with the cursor blinking in the parentheses, go over and just single click on cell B1. My little help window says after that I need to put a comma. So I'm going to put a comma, no spaces. Then I'm going to put my second piece of text, which is the last name. So I'm going to single click on A1. So this is what the formula should look like. Equals concatenate, in the parentheses should be B1, comma A1, again no spaces. If yours looks like that, hit return, and that does the work for you. It's automatically taking the text from B and A, combining them together. Single click on that cell, again, cell D1, And in the right-hand corner, the bottom right-hand corner, is a little box for the cell. If you put your cursor over it, it turns into a black plus sign. This is like a little handle, as if you were pulling down a shade. Go ahead and click on that little square and drag down. This is going to copy the formula to all the other cells and do the work for you. So now each cell is taking whatever the corresponding first name and last name is and putting it together for you. This is great, except this is still formula. So our last part of this process is click and hold on D1 and drag down to select all the names. Go to Edit, Copy, or you can use your shortcut keys. Click on the cell E1 and go up to your Edit menu and choose Paste Special. Not Paste, Paste Special. When you choose Paste Special, you're given a window that asks what you want to paste. You want to paste the values. This is going to paste just the text that it's reading from column D. So I click on Values, I hit OK. There's my text. I've got two username columns now. So now that I have E, which is text, and I can see that here in my formula bar, now we can delete D. So click on the header for D, do a right click or a control click, and choose Delete. So now this is a correct spreadsheet. Last name, first name, ID number, and username. I should point out, you'll see that there are capital letters for the first name and the last name. That's okay. In Carnegie, once this spreadsheet is uploaded and when the students go log in, they could log in typing it this way. They could also log in typing it lowercase. For ease of use, just tell the students that all usernames are lowercase. Do a Save As. Go to File, Save As. Save it to your desktop. Make sure you put give it a new name so that you have the original spreadsheet in case there are any mistakes, so you can go back and work with that data. So I'm going to call this Math 8 Hour 3 Upload. For format, make sure you have CSV chosen. It might say comma separated values or window separated values. Make sure it's CSV. Hit Save. You'll get a message asking, do you want to continue? Yes, click Continue. So now that file is on your desktop. In Carnegie, you're going to be logged in. There's information in your booklets that show you this process, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Basically, you have to create a class first. That's in your directions. Once you have a class created, you can go to the Add Students window. And when you go to the Add Students window, you have to choose your class first. And this is the button that says Import Class Roster. Before selecting that, I don't think this will cause a problem, but change this drop down to first and last name. I don't think you need to, but just to play it safe. Click Import Class Roster. This just tells you how the spreadsheet should be formatted. Click Yes. Go to your desktop. Find that math upload file. Again, you put upload in the name so that it will hopefully work for you. If you click Open, you'll get a choice of what is this format, the format of this file. Choose comma delimited, and boom, last name, first name, ID number, login ID. You would save students, and this would add them to whatever class it is that you chose. That is the process. Once you go through it once or twice, it'll be very quick for you. Hope that helps, and thanks so much for watching.